The character, played by Connor McIntyre, finally confessed to all that he's been up to in the past few months. After police revealed to Gary Windass and Adam Barlow that they'd found two boss at Phelan's building site. Eileen Grimshaw, played by Sue Cleaver, was warned about her husband. Coronation Street viewers watched in horror as Eileen, who was on a remote holiday with her husband, learned the truth about Pat via a voicemail from Tim Metcalf, who she tried to call back for help. But unbeknownst to Eileen, Pat was standing right behind her as they attempted to make the call. Quickly realizing that his wife Anna knew he was a murderer. After admitting to everything, including the ings of Luke Britton and Andy Carver, Pat then demanded Eileen give him back the keys to his boat so he could try and evade the police. She refused, leading Pat to make a lunge for her, but luckily Eileen managed to avoid him and he ended up going over the cliff. They were standing on the edge of. Peering over the edge, Eileen realized Pat was holding onto a bit of rope as he begged for her to save him. Claiming he didn't want to. Pat even tried to bribe Eileen by telling her he knew where her son Todd is. Following his disappearance from Weatherfield earlier this year. An enraged Eileen began stamping on Pat's feet, screaming at him that he's a liar until he fell from the rope and into the choppy waters below. Eileen seemed in shock at what she'd done as she struggled to come to terms with what had just happened while she waited for the police. As the officers approached, they asked for Mrs. Phelan, but a still stunned Eileen simply replied, "He's gone." She later told Tim and best friend Liz McDonald that she made sure he was gone, confirming that she had indeed had her own husband.